Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So, my friends over at Yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the easy baby hat. This is loom knitting. These hats take me about an hour to make. That's without making the pom-pom, and these are really quite wonderful. Now it's using a chunky weight number 5 yarn on the ball band. So let's take a look at this, and this is Red Heart Hygge, just like you see. So if you're looking at different kind of ideas, what you're looking for on the label is the number 5. This is a chunky weight. If you're gonna use Super Saver or anything like that, I would double strand. So put 2 strands together as one so that it will thicken it up. And because this is a bit fluffy, you're going to notice that it will fill in the spaces of the stitch. So it's a very lightweight blank or a hat, just like you see, and it's really quite wonderful. So it has a lot of stretch to it. This is really for a baby size, maybe 6 months of age. Now if you make the hat and it's too big, you can still roll this up a bit and still have that if you need that, and then the baby can grow into it. But it's a great seasonal hat. I love pom-poms, so what I've decided to do is that I used a 3-inch pom-pom maker in order to do that. And also here, instead of the pick that has been provided in the actual kit, I went and got this one here. This is available at the craft store as well, and this is more heavier duty. It's longer and I find it very comfortable, and when I lay it down it doesn't want to roll away because it is flat on one side. So that's kind of neat. I'm also gonna be using a yarn feeder today, and this one here, if you're looking at it, it's just an empty pen. And so when you're looking for these kind of concepts, you just have to make sure that it can just sink down in between the pegs in order to make it work. So it's a really kind of a neat idea. So I have a video on how to consider one of these, make them, and also how to feed it as well. So without further ado, I'm not gonna have a lot of chit chat today because this is actually pretty simple and I don't want to overcomplicate it today. Before I get too far into it, this Red Heart Hygge, you can get 2 hats out of one ball. So this weighed 70 grams. This is 140 grams, and so you can get 2 balls. So even if you just kind of go easy on the pom-pom, if you decided to do that, then you will be able to get 2 hats. So it's a great value for the 2 hats for the basically 1 yarn ball. So let's talk loom size. You're looking for the 7-inch one between the 2 pegs, so it's the second one up in the kit. So this is the smallest, the next, and there's another one adult, and then there's a larger size. So look at this one, and what you're looking for here, this is the start and the stop of a round, and just keep an eye on that. So I'm gonna load my feeder now, and then I'm gonna show you how to cast on. Okay, so let's get ready, and what we want to do is create a slip knot. So if you don't know how to do a slip knot, watch. I do have other videos on how to do a slip knot, so you can put that on YouTube if you want to. So I'm just gonna wrap around my finger twice and put the forward over like that, and then the next one over top, and that's your first slip knot. So I'll show you again. So wrap your finger twice and then over and over, and make sure that if you are gonna use a tool, make sure that's already on. So now you're gonna put that loop onto the very first one. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put it onto the one on the left of this. So if you're left, you might want to go the other side. It's up to you. You decide what works for you. So once it's on, just pull on it and put the straggler, the loose end, on the inside of the loom. The project is gonna grow on the inside. So let's do our first revolution, and you can hand wrap if you wish. I decided that it takes too long for me, so I'm not going to do that. So this is called eWrapping, and let me show you. So you can see why this tool is gonna be awesome in just a second. So what you want to take is the tool to the inside, or you can hand wrap it, and then you're gonna go to the next peg, and you're gonna come around and circle it, and then back to the inside, and then the other next peg, outside, inside, and etc. So do you see why I love this tool? So if you can sink it down halfway point, it will serve you well. And so all I want to do is just circle around this loom. And once you come all the way around, just leave it on the outside. I want you now to take your fingers and just kind of just push halfway down. Don't go all the way down, you're gonna be wasting your energy. So just go about halfway down so that the yarn is resting about the halfway point, like that. And what we're going to do is that we're gonna wrap again, and we're gonna stay towards the top of the peg, and that'll be the next one. So let's just pull this back tight, and we start the first one. So we're sitting on the last one here, so we're gonna start the first one and circle once again. So you need to circle twice in order to cast on. And this is the last one. So I'm gonna leave it on the outside, and I use my finger and I pinch it down here so that it holds it, and I turn the loom upside down. And what I want to do, it's easier to grab these strands and pull them towards you than it is to pick up and push out. So you want to take the last one that's wrapped, and you want to take the, when I say bottom, it's the one closest to the ring here. So you want to take this one and put it over top of your peg. So just pull it down and just use the tool and push it back about halfway. Once you do that one, then that will secure this, so this won't unwrap. So if you started this one and didn't do this, these will all unwrap itself. So now it's secured. So now just going around, just open over the top and pull over. So please go all the way around and meet me back here in just a moment. So what I want to show you, do you see these? Consider those rings of a tree. I need you to have 13 rings of the tree done. So this is 1 and this is 2. So when you go and keep doing this, you're gonna keep adding. So when you pull the fabric, you should be able to count this. So I want you to be able to count 13 of those. What we're doing is making the brim. Let's start the next round. So when you start the next round, make sure you do pull it tight so that it doesn't create a gapping space by it being too loose every time you stop and start. So starting in the next peg, you're just gonna wrap around. This is called E-wrapping. It's also called the twisted knit stitch as well. So you're just E-wrapping around. So it's forming the lowercase letter E, if you want to be a little more visual with that. So you're just gonna continue to go around. Now when I'm sitting, I like to cross my legs so that when I put this down to spin, it's just sitting on top of my leg. So I'm pinching it to hold it in place so it doesn't unwrap, because if I let this go, it's gonna unwrap itself. I'm gonna secure the last one first, therefore I can let that go, and then I can just move on. So what I want you to do is that I want you, as I talked to you about, I want you to be able to count 13 of these. So 1, 2, 3 is now done. I want you to do that so that you can see a total number of 13. So keep circling around and meet me back here in just a moment. So let's form the brim. The brim is a permanent fold that is actually knitted into position, so you don't have to sew later. So it's awesome. So what you're going to do is that you're going to take the end of this piece and insert it onto the peg so that it creates the permanent fold over. So when you look at the inside of here, you don't see any sewing at all, because what we're going to do is that we're going to put the end here onto the peg, and then we're going to wrap it, and then we're going to throw over this piece here and the new piece over top of the new wrap, and what that does is it permanently secures it. So let's take a look at how to do this. So for the baby hat size, I should be able to count about 13 of these. If you're off by 1, it's probably not a big deal. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already verified it's 13. So you can see the cross here. So this is where I started this peg. So this slip knot that you have here is going to be the very first one. So you're just gonna take that, and it's easier to use my hands. Make sure that this is on the outside, and you're gonna put this slip knot one onto the one that it was started with, and you're just gonna do that. Once you get that started, the straggler, the loose end, just put it inside of the fold over like this. If you want to trim it down, you can. And what you're just going to do is you can take your hand, or you can find the next string that's available to you. So the next strand goes on top of the next peg. So here's the next one. Do you see it? And all you're doing is securing back the edge onto the pegs. And you're gonna do this all the way around. When you get close to the end of this, you may actually be missing a cross strand. So what I would suggest is just kind of grab something and just kind of fake it. It's happened to me before, so I'm not gonna say that it doesn't happen to me. In this case, I got 2 more strands, cross strands that are left, and that'll match. So if I was missing one, I would just grab a piece of whatever this fold is on the inside and just throw it over top, so each one of the pegs has something. And you can see it's been secured back. And now what I want to do is, using your hands, just push this down to the bottom of the loom all the way around, and I'll be back in just a second. So now that these are all been pushed down to the bottom, I'm going to take this and I'm going to start E-wrapping again. So this particular round, I'm going to be securing the fold permanently into position as I go. So I want to take the 2 pieces here. You can probably pick them both up at the same time, but if it's too tight, just do one at a time. If it's too tight, just grab the first one and then grab the second. but you should be able to grab both at the same time. So that's the first one, so I can let that go. So just sneaking up underneath and just grabbing the both of the strands and tossing them over, and this is permanently putting that in. So just pick up 1, 2 and going over the third one, and I will see you back here in just a moment. So I've just eWrapped and I've knit all the way around and back to just one strand again, and now I'm gonna continue to circle this loom until it's approximately 7 to 7.5 inches. When I go to measure, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that in the next clip, but what you just need to do now is just keep circling this, and I will show you how to measure this. So when you go to measure your 7 to 7.5 inches, you wanna make sure that you're not stretching on it at all. You just lay it kind of flat, and I will show you that in just a moment. So I have a little bit of knitting to do, and just continue to go along and just watch the next clip if you need to see how far you need to go, and I'll be right back in just a moment. So a few moments ago I left you at the brim, and I put a tape measure on the inside of this and I just laid it flat. So you can see that the 0 is close to the edge of the brim as we're going around, and I'm just laying this back flat. So if I follow the contour the way that it's going up, it's about 7 to 7.5 inches, and once you're satisfied with that, then you're good to go. So I'm good to go. So this is what it will look like at this moment, and now we're going to fasten this off, and we're going to create the very top peak. So we're almost done, and what we have to do is create the top. So let's show you how to finish off. So you want to cut the strand so it's about 2 feet long. It's a little generous, but that's okay. Life's short. Enjoy the ride. Let's throw a tapestry needle on it. The best one that you could have is the ones that have a slight bend in them. You can usually find those in the leather section of a craft store too. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to turn the loom upside down. If you leave it the other way, this strand that's going on here will catch into everything. So what I want to do is starting in the very next one, so see where you finished. So you want to start the next one as if you're gonna wrap. You want to come from the top of this and go down, and when you go down you want to pull it off of the loom and continue to pull that strand through. Then you go to the next one, so just going like this. So if you go the other direction it doesn't work so well, so it's easier to pull it down. So leaving the strand down like this, it won't catch into those pegs as you're doing this. So I've learned the hard way over the years when I started doing this way back when. So I want to continue to do this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm just finishing up the final few pegs, and I'm getting the very last ones done. And that's it. So once that last one comes off, just make sure I rescue it, make sure I get it. If you don't catch it, then you're going to be in trouble. It'll unwrap itself, and then that's it. So you can take the loom out of the equation at this moment, and you can just take this, and this is the top, and you're gonna pull on it, and when you pull, that's going to close everything into position. There you go. So just pull it tight. Now when you go to secure this, so keeping that tapestry needle on, just go exactly across the opposite side to where that is coming out of, and that'll come up over the top of the hat. And then I like to go in a cross formation, so I'm gonna go to the side here and go in the opposite direction. So I don't want to stay on this side too long. I am gonna put a pom-pom on this thing. So once I have that cross formation, I'm going to stick the needle through the hat, and I'm gonna turn the hat inside out, and I'm gonna pull that through. Now on the inside, what I want to do is just go across some fibers. Don't go too deep. Don't go to the other side of the work. Just stay within this and just tie a knot. So that's part of a knot. Let's do the other half of it. And once you're secured with that, if you want to tie any more knots you can, just pull it nice and tight, and then you can secure it. So I am going to do a pom-pom. I'll show you how to make a pom-pom if you wish, and now you can turn it the other direction, and there you go. Pretty cute, right? And it's a nice stretchy hat too. And so let's begin, and I'll show you how to do the pom-pom next. So back to the yarn we go. You can see I got a lot of yarn left over, so I can get at least 2 hats out of this one ball. I am going to do a pom-pom, and you should be able to get 2 pom-poms out of this as well. So that's up to you on what you would like to do. Let's get a pom-pom maker. I love pom-pom makers. They're a lot of fun to use, and I like using the ones that look like this. So this one is in a part of a kit, and this is a 3-inch diameter one. It's approximately 3 inches, and what I'm gonna do is put this together and make the pom-pom using the same yarn. So put the two pieces together. You can see there's an indentation on one side and there's a hole in the other. So when you go to match it, the ones with this indentation that is coming out matches the ones with the holes on the other side. You're going to notice it doesn't hold into position on its own. You're just going to roughly match it to there so that it just looks like it just wants to go in there. It's keeping the space so that you can use scissors later. So you're gonna start with one side and you're just going to position this, and what you want to do is wrap the one side of this. Once you start wrapping a few, you can just release the pressure and it'll stay together and it will hold with this yarn that you're wrapping around. So you want to feed this half moon shape to a nice generous size and just roughly just kind of equally space it as you're going. And I don't want to see any of that orange coming through, and I want to be able to wrap the one side. So I want to fill that indentation in pretty good, and when I do the other side I want to make the other side look almost identical to this. It's not a rocket science really, it's just how you feel about it. The more you wrap, the more yarn you will use, so this is what determines if you can do a second hat with the pom pom. So that's good for me. Once I'm okay with that, I'm going to flip it the other way. I am right-handed, so I'm going to flip it the other way and just immediately jump on over and start wrapping this side. I like to wrap in the same direction because it's just me. Once both sides look pretty much equal, and it's a guess, you are going to close this pom pom maker. So close it, and then using these plastic pieces just snap it and it will hold shut. And now you're just gonna take a pair of scissors and you are going to just glide it through the gapping space and start with one side. You need a good pair of scissors for this. These small ones are actually really sharp, like really sharp. So I'm just gonna equally do it. Because it's being clamped shut, the pom pom should not go anywhere, and as it's being cut it will expand, which will hold itself into position better. Once you do the one side, just keep on going to the other. Once you're good with that, just cut the strand that's going to the yarn ball now. And then I cut a really generous long string for the next part. So I want to use the same yarn ball, okay, a yarn strand, and I want to put it through the gapping space. And once you do it the first time, you can see it. So I'm gonna sink it down and then turn it upside down. And then I'm going to put 1/2 of a knot in here. So in. So weaver's knot, that's the absolute strongest, is that you change the direction. So I always knot in the same way. So if I wanted to do a weaver's knot, I would have to change the way that I would do it. So there are instructions for weaver's knots if you're ever looking. A weaver's knot is pretty much impossible to undo if that's something that's up to you. So I'm a huge lover of pom poms if you don't already know that. So I'm just going to tie it. So you see how I've been flipping it upside down and turning it, and this will allow it to tie really quite nicely. I'm not putting a weaver's knot in this moment. Okay, so now I can just hold these two strands and release this off. So open the clamps and the ball will come out. Okay, so you can see that the ball is unequal, so you can just fluff it up, and then you're going to take a pair of scissors and just give it a trim. If you want it much smaller, then you can obviously be a lot more generous with the scissors and just cut all the extra bigger pieces out. And then I'm gonna show you a trick, because not everybody loves pom poms. So if you want to gift a hat where you can remove a pom pom if you want to wash it, then that's something that you may want to consider, and I see people in craft shows doing that too. So let's show you what I'm about to do. Now taking the two strands that you have left from there, you want to go into the top with the crochet hook, and you can give people instructions if you're selling these at a show, and you're going to come in through one side of the, there's the hole in the middle, so you're gonna come to the one side and you're going to pull that through. I'm just reaching in behind just so I can grab it. Okay, and then I'm gonna come to the opposite side. So if I put it here, the next one's gonna be right there. Just use your crochet hook and just roughly guess where you think you need to come out of. You can't obviously come in and out of the same hole with both of them. So you're gonna come out to the other side and you're gonna pull that through. Now I'm just gonna grab both strands, and you can see by pulling it tight it'll sit down. So on the inside, if you wanna make this removable, if you wanna sell this at a craft show, just tie it into a bow tie and let that hold. So any extra yarn that you have that's not needed for that bow tie, just cut. And somebody, if you're ever gifting it, they can actually remove this pom-pom so that they can wash it if they would like to, and it's a really cool idea. So this is how you make these hats. They're really quite cute and a lot of fun to make if you ask me. So that's it for today. Have a good one. We hope to see you again real soon. Bye bye.